Hey YouTube, Taste of Bamboo here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an 80% tutorial for Attack of the Power Juju. This route is good for beginners because it takes away the two hardest tricks in the game, I'd say. Well, not really hardest, but it takes away early Spirit Rattle, which is very difficult. And it's not too bad, but it's pretty hard. And then Mountaintop North Boss Skip, which also isn't too bad, but it's kind of hard to learn. So this route is basically, I mean, it's just like 80%, except you don't do those two, and it loses quite a few minutes. But it is a lot easier. It's very frustrating to try to learn the two most advanced tricks in the game. So this is a good route to start off on. And then as you get better at throw hovering in particular, then you can attempt the other routes. Alright, so the first things first, version differences. The GameCube is faster than PS2. I don't think there's any other ones. You can use Dolphin, but I don't think you can submit runs on it. I'm pretty sure emulator is banned. Maybe you can as long as you're under a certain time, but I'm not sure. So I would just stick to GameCube. It's very cheap. If you don't have a GameCube, then do PS2. It's not too bad. You lose a little bit of time, but don't let it discourage you from running this game. Alright, so I'm going to talk about movement. So like a lot of platformers, you have a double jump, also like a lot of platformers, if you run off a ledge, you can jump to shortly after. It's not as lenient as some games, but you have some time after you fall to do a double jump, just like that. That'll help you get some more distance. But another thing that helps you get more distance without that is something called triple jumping. So triple jumping uses a roll, and to get a roll, you hold L, you hit A. And that'll let tack roll in whatever direction he's facing. Once you roll, you can't change your angle though. You can if you roll like this, like off of a ledge, you can change your angle like as you fall. But in most cases, you can't change your angle. So we're going to use this to do a triple jump, which if you roll and hit A shortly after you roll, you can interrupt your roll with a jump. And then you can combine this with the double jump, and you get more distance. So instead of just regular double jumping off here, you can do a triple jump and get quite a bit more distance. This is useful in quite a few places, and in movement in particular. Especially dodging Yorbels when they try to hit you. If you do a double jump, sometimes you'll get kind of, you want to do a triple jump. That'll give you a lot of distance and speed, especially as you go right over them. One more thing to note about movement, I'm going to show real quick, is changing your angle mid-jump. So if you do a double jump and you go straight the whole time, you get quite a bit of distance. But let's say you jump and turn left, well, that didn't really do it too bad. It like kills your momentum like a lot. Like your momentum's, especially if you go like to up left or something. If you let's say you want to land on that pot right there, if you do that and then turn your camera and turn your angle a little bit, you don't have to turn your camera, but if you do your second jump and then turn, you get a lot more distance than if you try to just snap to it like that. Of course, it's still easy to make right here, but in some cases. Alright, so let me get right into the tutorial. So here at the very beginning, you want to make sure you have an empty save file. Any of them works, but the first one's fastest because it's the default place. So make sure you have an empty save file. There's a trick here at the very beginning of the game. It's a frame perfect pause, and you got to pause and save and quit the game on the very first frame you're able to play the game. I'll show you my visual cue for it. There's a loading screen. Once you hit A, there's a little cutscene. You can skip it. And then there's a loading screen. And I'll tell you, it goes from left to right. It kind of fills up the word loading. It's like a little bar. And right when the loading bar gets between the D and the line of the D, like the circle of the D and the line of the D, it snaps and fills up the rest of the ing like really fast. And once that happens, it's like L, O, A, D, snap, pause. Again, it's frame perfect. It probably doesn't make any sense, but I'll try to show you real quick. And you start your timer as soon as you hit start game or new adventure, just like that. So cutscene right there. Just smash through it. Here's the loading bar. O, A, D, snap, pause. And if I got it, I would have paused the game and there would have been a save game option right here. If you're late, you'll get a pause game and there won't be a save game option. And then you just save the game and reload it. But again, it's pretty hard to get. There's a much easier way right here. It loses a bit of time, but it's a lot more beginner friendly. You don't want to keep resetting your runs because you don't get the frame perfect pause at the beginning. This backup is really simple too. It's a lot easier. So what we're going to do now, you just go through this beginning little bit of the tutorial, and instead of jumping up there, you can jump like this. If you have your camera sort of like at a 45 degree, I think it works a lot easier. But you just double jump, so you grab the ledge like this, kind of inside this fence. If you hold left, you should clip through like that. Sometimes it's kind of finicky and you won't clip through, but it works pretty simply. Here, you want to land on this ground where the Rhino is, and a cutscene will start to play. And once you land, you want to pause your game as soon as you land, like this. You have a lot of frames to do this. It's very lenient. Just make sure your feet are on the ground. Then you want to save the game and quit, just like if we got the frame perfect pause, except you do it later. And this will skip the entire tutorial because it puts Tack in a state where it thinks he's in a cutscene, and this messes with its hitbox, and he's able to essentially walk through walls. So now you go to load game, go to Locks Training. It loads you right into the game, and now you're able to just walk right through this door right here. This is the end of the tutorial. Right here. Be careful right here, you can walk through this and fall. It's pretty easy to avoid, of course. So just walk through here, walk straight, and then you just beat the tutorial.
This is Tack's village.
So here, just head over this way. These sheep can block your roll. Again, you want to be rolling. It gives you a lot more height. Here you want to do a triple jump over that guy. You can anticipate their movements. They have like an animation they use when they're going to jump and attack you, and a different one they use when they're just going to attack you. So you want to head over here right now. We're going to do it in like a different order. We're going to go to Dryrock Canyon first instead of Burial Grounds. So there's a trick right here called a seam jump. There's a little seam right here I'm standing on. It's not too precise, but when you stand on it, if you just stop holding your joystick, you can kind of just stand on it. But like if I try to walk forward, I would slide. And it's just a tiny seam that you can do that on. If you jump like here, you'll slide off anyways. So you want to just jump on the seam and then just jump across like this. And the seam is there to the left of me, but if a little bit to the right seems to be a little more consistent. If you jump right on the seam, you're more than likely than not just going to slide off this way, like that. I'll show it fast though. Again, just jump up a bit. Well, I failed it anyways. But you can use your momentum of going forward to make it a little bit simpler, like that. And then you just want to get up here and head this way. Then you want to do a triple jump right here. Land on this, jump up halfway through, land on this, and roll. That's optimal movement. Again, you're just heading over here, so you don't really have to do that. Just make sure you head to Dryrock Canyon. And you split right there.
You can take this tram if you ever need to get there.
So what you're doing right now at the stage of the game is you're collecting plants. And this first plant is definitely the most difficult plant that you collect in this run. It's going to be hard to show it off. I suggest doing it casually. Just waiting for him to taunt and hitting him. But if you can kind of, you see those little vines protruding from him on the sides? You can actually get like really close to that. These vines right here. You can get close to it, but stay as far away from him as you can. You can hit him. If he does that attack, that's bad. That means you can't really get it once he does that attack. You gotta wait for him to taunt, and you can hit him. he'll let out one vine, like this. This is the casual way at this point. You just have to wait for him to taunt. You can't hit him from this point because his vine's gonna hit you just about every time. I'll show the fast method on the other plants. It's a lot easier on all of them except for one more. This plant again is the hardest, so if you have trouble doing this plant, just do it normally. Again, you can't attack him unless he's taunting. You can attack him, but it won't. At a certain point, it won't kill him. You have to wait for him to taunt. And I'll show that more in depth with other plants. So you head this way. You want to be getting as much mana as you can. Like, don't go out of your way to get mana, because you're going to use every bit of mana. For every 1 mana, it's going to be 1 second of improved movement speed later on in the run. So right here, you want to hug this right wall, like that. There's a cutscene here that can play, right there. It's kind of hard to trigger it actually, but if you hug this right wall, you'll avoid it. And if you do trigger it, you can smash through it. And just follow the feathers this way. Do triple jumps. Don't jump up there, that ram might get you. But if he does, he knocks you over here anyways. So here's this plant is easy too, but he's the second hardest because he has a vine too. Again, just run up like this and start hitting this, like that. Try to hit him until he brings out his vines like that, and then run away, and then you can hit him. And you just skip the cycle. Not a lot of it doesn't save a lot of time, but it saves a bit. And you wait for him to taunt again to get the final hit. And again, I'll show you on this third plant, but I suggest if you want to practice killing these plants, practice on plants without vines or without the slippery thing next to it. So again, just follow these feathers. Hit that guy as he tries to hit you. Jump up this way. And right here, we're gonna jump across this gap. So this plant, okay, I'll show you real quick. To attack plants, instead of just if you just mash B, it'll do like this. It doesn't really attack very fast, but if you time your B inputs, you can hit like super quickly. So you want to get next to him and time your B inputs. Again, this one's a lot easier. You just attack like this. This one, actually, it's kind of easier to do it on the second phase. Like that. Once you do it, his vines will extend a lot further. When they extend a lot further, you can do it like this. You don't have to worry about him. You don't have to worry about him attacking you. Now there is an audio cue for these guys that you can use to know when to hit them for the last time. I'll show you that in Burial Grounds. Later on, when we get more plants.
Okay.
Alright, so from here, you want to kind of head this way. Just in this direction. And down here in this corner. Now right here, if you just walk to this wall, you'll clip through and hold forward a little bit to catch yourself in this water. Again, normally you'll be way higher up. But then just follow this out of bounds water around this little blue flame, or it looks like a flame, this little blue crystal that's floating up there. Hit Y in here, and this will teleport you back to the beginning. And then hit here and split. That clip can be kind of finicky, but relatively, like, you just walk forward and change your camera as you go, and you'll clip through with ease. It's really a very lenient clip. So now, again, you just want to dodge these guys. Again, that guy, you can tell by their animations whether they're going to run at you or whether they're going to jump at you. So you can use that to your advantage. So then you want to go follow this path again. And right here, there's a door here. Just go through. You want to try to avoid grabbing ledges if you can. Every time you grab a ledge, it loses about a second. But again, it's not a lot. It stacks up, but a second's not bad. If you hold L and mash A here, you can time it too. I've timed it before.
This is
You
the
can
burial
roll
grounds.
here at the beginning.
All
It saves
your
like
ancestors are
half a
buried
second
here.
or something.
Many of
It's
them
not crazy.
great Poopanoo
Again,
people.
just follow this path.
Everyone here is
Grab the
watched over
feathers
by
if
the
you
great
want
warrior
them.
king. It's his tomb we have to enter to get the Oh, I see the statues Yorbel was talking about.
So then watch this tutorial, and this is where the first big trick, except for that little clip and see him jump, I guess. So this is another trick. Follow this path down here, and where we're gonna be heading for is up there. Now normally you can't make the height up there. You have to get the staff first, and to get the staff you have to go collect all these golden teeth here. That was actually I almost got up there doing that. It's a high jump. So you want to get here, and then kind of aim towards this corner like that, and then just do a triple jump to grab this ledge. It's not hard, but it's weird. You gotta get the timing down like that. It's really easy to miss, and if you miss it, you just come and do it again. So again, hold L and then A, and then you'll clip up here. You should be able to get it fairly consistently. It's not a hard trick, but it's kind of finicky. So then you want to walk this way to the right, follow this right path. There are a bunch of Yorbels here. They can stun lock you and kill you instantly. There's really not much you can do to avoid it when it happens. There's no invincibility frames in this game. Alright, so now I'll try to show you the music cue. Just pay attention when I hit him the last time. I'll tell you when it's about to happen. So again, if you want to, just don't go for him in this first phase, because his vines are really short. Then you got the 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that was not accurate at all. Completely ignore that. Ignore that audio timing there. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't right. You can get his. You don't have to get his health all the way down. You just have to get it pretty low. I don't know why my audio was off there. I don't think I can hear my game well enough to know where the audio is. It's right before like the big hit comes. When the big like hit comes, it's like one beat before that. Then that's when you can hit him for his first taunt. And the second taunt's about the same, I think. So again, hear the music. Dun, dun, dun. Then you got like 5, 6, 7 hit. And the big hit comes. It's right before the big hit. And then again, you just stand close to him, far away enough. You can get it. I think this will work to kill him. And then he'll taunt like now. It's just with the music. You just gotta kind of learn what the cue is. I'm really not doing too good with timing it. I don't know why. I can't hear it very well. But you get a feel for it once you fight the plants. Just pay attention to the music that plays when you trigger them, and then attack accordingly. Here is go over here to this tunnel, and then here's like a 2-minute long cutscene. It's really long. There's not a known way to skip it yet. You can skip it on PS2, but it's banned. The ban trick by opening up your CD tray. It's banned though. You can't do that in runs. It's like hardware manipulation. So just enjoy this cutscene. I'll be right back.
Cough drop? Whoa, are you okay?
Oh, that happens all the time. Part of being mummified. You get these dust balls in your throat, they feel like little rocks. So, you're the great warrior of the Poopanoo people's prophecy.
Alright. This cutscene lasts for a very long time. I suggest finding something to do during this time. Again, if you need to use the bathroom, this is a very, very opportune time to do that.
I'm just here to take the staff to Jaboba.
The prophecy says only the great warrior can have the staff. If you can take the staff from me, you are meant.
It is a very charming cutscene though. It doesn't really get old, if that makes any sense. Like, it sucks standing here for 2 minutes not doing anything, but the cutscene itself is very charming. This game has a certain charm to it. So you want to hold up left after this cutscene. Then when you see tags start moving, hit A. Like that. That'll give you a little bit of distance.
Yes.
You can optimize it a little bit further by holding like not completely up left, just, and not hitting the tomb, coffin or whatever.
You can also use this thing to pole vault yourself.
So now you have the staff, and the staff is different than the club. It does more damage, and when you attack with it, it moves you forward a little bit. It's not very good to use against plants. Like when you attack, you'll start moving forward, and then when you attack with the club, you stay still. Again, it does like 1 more damage, but it's going to be obsolete pretty soon. It is very good though. When you jump, you get a lot of height with it, as opposed to the club. And you can jump normally. If you hold L and then jump, you don't roll with the staff, but you get like a normal jump. So you can jump like normal with the staff in your hand. But for the most part, you use staffs to get height like that. And to switch weapons, you hit the R button. You hit the R button to switch weapons, so you can switch your staff and your club. So now you want to head here, jump off right here, roll, hit the ground. Jump up here, then jump over here. If you hear, you can hear the Yorbels kind of like growl at you before they're gonna jump at you. So that's how you can tell they're gonna jump. And they can, if you're unlucky, they can hit you while you're jumping over here. Like when you do this stuff, they can hit you and it'll stun you and knock you down here. If that happens, just climb right back up, do it again. Another plant. Plants are always enjoyable. The music for the plants is good too. Yeah, so just anytime I timed it audibly, just ignore those. It doesn't match up. And then hit. Again, it's very predictable once you get the timing down. You just gotta figure out where in the music he attacks, and if you don't, just wait to see him time. It's not gonna lose much time. So I'll head over here and head to this teleporter right here. Hit Y and hit A to activate it. When you hit A, you split. Alright, here's Lower Tree Village is next. That's what LTV stands for. If you want to put Lower Tree Village in your splits instead of LTV. So most of the time you need the staff to get to Lower Tree Village, but you can actually, right here, there's a little jump. If you jump at this diagonally with the staff, like that, you can land up here instead of like walking around over here, jumping up and grabbing this ledge. Instead of doing that, you can jump over there, avoid a ledge grab, and also jump up here sooner. Head over here. Instead of going around the entire like spiral right here, you can jump here and do like a jump like that. Most of the time you'll grab the ledge, but once you learn how to use staff jumps, you can learn when to start holding forward to get more height over distance. Again, those two things don't really save a lot of time. They save like maybe 3 seconds altogether. And then go on this lift to Lower Tree Village. If you have any questions regarding the speedrun, just leave them in the comments. I'll answer any of them. I'll answer to the best of my knowledge. So you can pick up the sheep with Y. It's kind of slow though to do that, because if you want to come over here and hit the sheep, you gotta hit Y again. Go hit the sheep, pick them up again. But if you just stand behind where you want the sheep to go, he'll run over to it, towards that area. So you can just get the sheep to run over here towards this orangutan instead of picking him up, toss him up. You can go on the first cycle here if you just stand on this leaf. You don't have to wait for him to send the sheep and then you. So here, you can also let him run onto the treadmill. A lot of times it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, just pick him up with Y and then place him on the treadmill.
Check it out. That's a bag of
Here we're gonna get acorns, which is a whole new mechanic.
I think you'll find them.
Nice.
If you can shoot the sheep fast enough, like
Awesome.
that,
Now
you
your
can
staff
shoot him
work as a
before this
blowgun.
cutscene plays
Try to use the acorns
to get
hit
through
things that are
that
far
gate will
away.
open.
Remember,
And how you
if
aim is
wanna
with
switch
Y.
between your
Get
club
Y to
and the
aim,
blowgun,
Y to exit.
just press the toggle weapon button.
If you aim and then hit B, that's how you shoot the acorns. or the nuts. And then if you see you can see that little spiral, that means you're gonna shoot at that. They don't really track, they just kinda go stagnant. So you wanna shoot at this guy. Then you can fall this way. And try to avoid these Yorbels because they will kill you very quickly. So here's a cutscene, mash through it. Jump up here. You can destroy this Yorbel nest if you want to. It can get in the way in a second. But what you want to do is shoot this monkey over there, the one in the tree. If these Yorbels follow you, you definitely want to kill them, because they will get in the way of this next thing. So then you want to stand behind the orangutan, or just be further away from him than the orangutan is. Don't stand on the leaf though, and shoot him. Sometimes you hit the orangutan like that. Shoot him like that, and stand behind the orangutan so he throws at the orangutan. And here, you can speed up when the orangutan launches you. It'll bring down the tree. Instead of standing on it waiting for him, you can aim at him and shoot him. And that'll speed it up. It might not look like it there because it wasn't very fast, but it speeds up the process. Here again, it's another plant. Just kill them just like the rest of them. You get 3 plants from these beginning 3 levels. What we're doing right now is collecting the plants. You can get different death animations. There's no known reason why each one happens. But if you get the long death animation, it loses about 2 seconds. So it's not too significant. Yeah, these Yorbels can be a problem too. I always say to avoid them, but I know it's difficult to sometimes. Here, if you jump like there, there's like you can jump just in this general direction, but you want to be a little bit like to the right of this black texture, or like on the very right edge. But if you do a staff jump to it, so yeah, I don't think that'll work. I think it's too far left. Well, it works anyways. It'll teleport you up here to this plant, so you don't have to climb the tree. Which saves a little bit of time. Here, you want to make sure you don't forget this right here. It's very easy to forget. You want to go over here and climb this rope.
I don't think this rope swings. It looks like it's anchored to the floor.
You turn your camera just by holding left and right on these ropes instead of using the C stick. And then you want to touch the teleporter, but don't use it. Do not use the teleporter, just touch it. And here's a trick right here that's really finicky. You can do a staff jump up, staff jump up onto here. And then you can do like a triple jump across this gap. It's very hard though, especially from that little lamppost. So if you do fail it, or if you don't even want to attempt it, you can just go along the left side of this tree. It's slower. You have to climb half the tree. It loses about, I'd say, 8 seconds or something like that. But that's you would land here. You'd be jumping from there and land here. You just get that tiny little bit of traveling. And then here you want to get on the zip line. It's a lot easier to do it from this, from the wooden blocks they give you. Here's the jump right here that's really weird. You can jump around this corner like that. It's really hard, honestly. There's a pretty big invisible wall right here. You can see where my acorns are hitting the wall, so you can do it it's hard, honestly. Again, you can't just change your angle. You can't just do a sharp left like that, because you lose all your momentum. You have to curve into it. If you look at my input viewer, when I do it right here, I'll try to show you me curving into it. I'm gonna curve into it like that. Again, you gotta get around the visible wall. It helps me to turn my camera as I do it, like this. But I know a lot of people do it just like this. If you can't get that though, just go along this left path. Jump past these dudes. See, you die very quickly because you get stun locked and you have no invisibility frames. So you want to be careful trying not to get stun locked by these guys, which again is easier said than done. Here is a very important trick. This is called item storage. If you can do it, if you jump on a melon, hit Y the first frame you land. It's kind of, again, it's one frame. I usually like tap Y twice as I land. But if you jump and hit Y as you land, then you'll aim, and if you aim out, then you have this weird effect where you throw infinitely. You can I'm throwing the melon and it won't do anything. It just it tries to make me throw it, but it won't throw it because I have something called item storage. And what this thing does, this allows for a very, very broken glitch called throw hovering. Throw hovering is essentially a way to get infinite height. It's basically flying, but it is not easy. It's a double frame perfect trick. You have to hit B and A on the same frame for only one frame. So you can't so you have to, it's kind of like this. Now this trick, it looks easy, but I've been running this game for a while. I assure you this is not an easy trick. This is the reason this route's not showing early Spirit Rattle, because for early Spirit Rattle you have to hover up like a whole tree. A few things to note though, if you do drop the inputs, and you drop like on a wall like this, you can restart your hover. Like let's say I mess up, I can restart my hover on this wall because I hit the floor technically, so I can try it again. The easiest way to do this is either with your pointer finger on the B button and your middle finger on the A button, like this. Or something I've recently discovered that made it a lot more consistent for me is to have my thumb on the B button and my pointer finger on the A button. Kind of like I'm like a pinch of salt, you know, I'm squishing them together, just those two fingers, putting them between the B and the A and just hitting A. Again, it's a double frame perfect trick. You can only do it for one frame. You can only click the button for one frame, only one frame. I'll link a video. There's a video by a user named Superskank, who he's got a tutorial for this. It might go into it a lot better, or I'll link Skelekat's old 80% tutorial. You can find he explains it in the same place I do, so you can use that. And what you're going to do with this, you're going to get item storage there with that melon. There's a few melons here you can get it with. They're kind of hard to see. And then you want to hover up. You want to go over here. You can walk forward here. You're not going to fall. There's like an invisible wall, so you can just hold forward constantly and then throw hover up this wall. Like that. Now, if this is too complicated, I understand. You can come over here, guide the orangutan over here, and like roll into this tree. And now the orangutan will be at this tree, and he'll fling you over here. Or just grab the melon and bring it over there normally. Either way, you're just heading up to this plant to fight him. Again, it's a very complicated trick. It only saves a few seconds right here. This throw right here. So if it's too hard, then just don't do it. There is a section later that's very throw hover heavy though, but the throw hovers aren't that bad. They're really not hard. So once you kill him, you want to ride the zipline. Oh wait, you don't want to ride the zipline actually. Yeah, you don't want to ride the zipline. Sorry, that was some later muscle memory. Instead of riding the zipline, you want to drop down right here. Drop down. You were up there. Instead of riding the zipline, just drop down and then hug this right wall to go over to the sheep. You want to take this sheep over here to this treadmill. And then take this lift back to Tax Village. Once you take the lift, you can split again. so from here, something I did wrong when I first started running this game
Well, we still
is
need
I
to
would
get
just
more
jump
plants.
down right
We
there,
haven't explored
follow
the
the
other side
path
of the
back.
island
But
yet,
if you
so
do
we
like a
should
triple
try
jump
that
right here, just over to here, and then you jump here and jump onto the zip line, it's a lot faster than just following that path. And you're heading back to Yorbel's hut now. You gotta turn in the plants, and then we're gonna fight the boss to get the Spirit Rattle. And again, early Spirit Rattle, it doesn't skip all this beginning part, but it makes it so that, because you have to backtrack to get Yorbels later on. They're the collectible of this game, and they're not there before you get the Spirit Rattle. But if you get the Spirit Rattle early, they're there, so you can do like one trips. So just trigger the cutscene there. Again, it's one you can skip, match past. This will teleport you back to the Orchard Village, and you'll go up to fight the boss. Now there is an optimal way to fight this boss. I don't get it very often, so I don't expect to get it in this tutorial. It's not hard, I'm just inconsistent with this boss. I really need to practice it. But here's an unskippable cutscene. You can't skip this one. It's pretty long, but it's not too long.
How wrong he is, Tlaloc. Needle says he thinks
Again,
he can
I'm not
pick
the
him
best
up
at explaining
all
stuff,
by
so if
himself.
anything's complicated or if you have any questions, just feel free to ask in the comment section, or there's a Discord. The Discord's in the, I think it's in resources on speedrun.com. I'll make sure. It might be in a forum. But if you have any questions, just go to the Discord and ask. Like, we're all friendly people. So first, you want to hold up left, like this. If the fat one has thing, then you got it right. The fat one comes to you first. So then throw at him. Grab this one. Or throw it at the skinny one. Then kill him with that one.
One down, one to go.
Grab this one. Throw it down. Throw it at him.
You did it. You made
I know that was really fast,
Now you can get
but
the mighty Spirit
again,
Rattle.
I can't really replay it. So grab this Spirit Rattle and split again.
Yorbel will wanna talk to you.
So that fight is all centered around just throwing the little slime balls at them. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it might take some practice to get fast. Alright, so now you have the Spirit Rattle, and this does more damage than the staff, and it works about the same as the club. You have this little shiny, sparkly effect now.
Wow, the Spirit Rattle.
So now
This is a
we get to the
very
part where we're
powerful
collecting
magical
Yorbels.
weapon. Whoever
You need to
possesses
collect
the Spirit
100
Rattle is
Yorbels
granted Juju vision.
and lock
Now you
Spirit
can spot
to
things in a
access the
world
next
no
part of the game,
ordinary
and then you're
person
supposed to
can
collect the
see,
3
like cookies to
Moonstones.
summon great
But
Jujus.
this route is going to collect the Moonstones before we get all the Yorbels.
I think I see a Yorbel
So
over there.
here's a cutscene there. You can skip that cutscene,
Oh,
and then you want to do a staff jump up here.
yeah,
Grab this Yorbel.
check it out, a Yorbel. We need to get a
Head
bunch
this
of these
way.
for Jaboba.
And turn left here. You can jump on top of this little hut, up onto here. Follow this, jump up here, and grab this Yorbel. And then fall down, and then go to these tree trunks right here. There's another Yorbel. So you should get 3 Yorbels in this split. I meant to put the numbers in my splits. I will put these splits up on the resources
When in
page 2,
doubt, take the stick
and
out.
they will have the numbers then. So then you do the seam jump again, which if you recall, it's just jumping on the seam best you can. Again, you can be to the right of it quite a bit. If you start sliding and you can jump, you can recover it. It's hard at first, but as long as you know where to stand, you can stand where the polygons meet and a little bit to the right of it. And again, if you even slightly move, you're gonna start sliding. So you want to completely have a neutral control stick position once you land. And if you're too far left or right and you're neutral and you still slide, then you can hit A to try to recover it. You can recover it if you're on the seam, but if you're not on the seam, you won't recover it. Again, it just takes practice. Then you want to head right here and grab this tiki. It's very important. You need this thing.
Now that you have the tiki, you should find
Then
a
you're gonna
shrine so we
head
can
back this
summon
way.
Jujus for help.
And here we're going to get our first manpower up. It's called Mana Magnet. The casual way to do it is to swing from vine to vine and grab it. It's right there. Spin it in there. The way we're going to do it is you can jump. If you jump on this trampoline, hold up, you can get a second jump and grab it. Usually you have enough height. If you don't have enough height, I think it means you went forward too early. It's not very precise, but it's kind of difficult. And you can grab it just like that.
Allows you to pick up mana without having to run right through
I have a lot of difficulty if I try to grab it while I'm jumping on the trampoline for a while, and then I go. I tend to get too low, but that would have made it right there. So again, another finicky jump, but not difficult. So then you head down this little path, and make sure you head left first. You're gonna head left and click this button, and then you can head to the right. So here, this coming up part is a cutscene. There's a cutscene skip you can do, and if you do it wrong, it will crash your game. I don't think it works on PS2. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but it might. And I'll show you a pretty consistent way to get it. That works for me most of the time. So the cutscene's right there if you place the Tiki in there. But if you get this Yorbel to, if you can manipulate him to head over like here, you get on this side of him, hit him and place the Tiki. See how I crashed the game? That's bad. You want to make sure you do a safety save before you do this. I have to do the entire. So I'll be right back with the successful part. Alright. I'm back here after failing it. I just paused the timer, went through all of it again. So I highly suggest saving your game before doing this, because again, if you crash it, you have to redo it, all of it. So I suggest saving your game. This is my strategy. It rarely ever crashes, so the fact that it crashed there kind of sucks. This is my strat for it. If you're looking for another strat, go see Skelekat's 80% tutorial. He has a different strategy for this that everybody did at the beginning. So now I usually just I let him hit me. I go behind him, hit him backwards, and then place Tiki like that. And it should skip the cutscene. I usually place the Tiki sooner than I did right there, but it still worked. The cutscene skip is very finicky. We don't really know exactly how it works, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on PS2. But again, Skelekat had a setup that worked for forever before I came and made that one. That's the one I use. I think everybody else uses his. So I would go watch this tutorial. Let's see. So now you collect the skateboard and jump off the edge and die. You can turn around, use splint, and you split there. Again, sorry for the splice. I didn't expect to fail it. Again, I don't really fail it a lot with my setup, but again, if you're looking for a different setup, Skelekat's got one for you. So now here's Numa dudes. Alright, I guess I'll mention a few things. To get bigger combos, just hold B instead of like, because you think like mash B, you do like crazy longer combos, but you get more combos if you just hold B, or you get a lot more points. When you jump, you can steer yourself in the air with L and R and the C stick, like that. So if you combine both of them, you get a lot more left and right movement. So if you gotta collect Yorbels in the air, and when you collect them, you use C stick and R. So just keep that in mind. So the first Yorbel is right down here. It's right past this. Just hold A, then jump right here, and then steer to get it. Just like that. Second Yorbel is right here. You press Z to use your boost when you're on the ground. So you want to press Z like here and then jump at the height of this. And steer to get it like that. You just hold left. If you see in the input viewer, I'm constantly holding up. You don't have to do that. It's just habit for me. You don't have to constantly hold up. You can just let it go. It'll do the same thing. I just hold up. And here you go to jump at the side with crazy feet, or with the boost. That was my bad. I was thinking about explaining the. If you do fail, just restart the level, and then you can head back to where it is. Once you learn kind of how Numa Dunes is laid out, it'll be easier to get back to wherever you need to go. If you need to build up your meter, just do jumps and then hold B, and then I think it gives you more points if you do different tricks every time. But yeah, so now I'm back here again. I hate that I failed that again, but you boost kind of towards this corner, jump, and see yourself. You can overshoot it sometimes. I barely didn't, but you can. Go down this. Once you hit this feather, you can boost and then jump over this gap. Then you don't have to boost for this jump. Just boost right here. And right here, here's Crazy Feet. It's kind of hard to collect sometimes. You want to make sure you get this. This is very important. If you miss Yorbels, you can get more later, but you want to make sure you get this. If you're going fast, you might miss it. So
You just found the
there you go,
crazy
Crazy Feet. Once you do that, just go down to Return to Village. Return to Village and split. And again, if you do mess up, you just go to restart level and go back and get it again. Alright, so that's Crazy Feet. So now you'll see if I hold X, I have increased movement speed. Like here's me running normally, and here's me holding X. And this uses 1 mana per second, so this is why you want to collect as much mana as you can. But again, don't go out of your way for it, because it'll just be slower. And then you want to use the teleporter and teleport to Lower Tree Village. This is why you hit the teleporter earlier. So now, you head back this way, and we're going to do this jump again. But, because we have Crazy Feet, you don't have to get up on that light. You can just do that. Do Crazy Feet, staff jump. Aim a bit more to the left than I did. I was too far right. Aim like that. You can use your.
So, do you
Well.
wanna try that again?
Let's see. Maybe I need to jump from. Let's try it from here. Well, dang. Trust me, it's an easy jump. I don't know why I'm messing up so much. Just like jumping, if you walk off an edge a little bit, you can also use the staff. So you can use the staff a little bit after you fall off the edge. Sometimes it won't let you. But yeah, it's a really easy jump. Don't know why I messed it up so much, but yeah, kind of
When in doubt,
try to jump from like
take the
there,
stick out.
that kind of range. The pole's like right in the middle where you want to jump from, and aim here. Coming up right here is they call it Thomas in the community. Getting that Yorbel, and that Yorbel. It's very, very complicated. You got to time when you hold the analog sticks. So to get this Yorbel down here, if you just do a Crazy Feet staff jump outwards like this and hold Crazy Feet the whole time, you'll hit it. So that's a very fast way to get that one. You want to jump on these without holding the control stick, and then watch my input viewer to see when I hold it left and right. Just like that. And if you do, there's also another strat right here you can do. You jump like this, you do that, and you'll fall and hit the Yorbel if you don't want to do the Crazy Feet staff jump. So that takes a lot of practice. If you do mess it up and you respawn over here, if you miss a Yorbel up there, you want to let go before you hit the end. Because if you hit the end here, it'll set your respawn point. So if you miss one of the 2 Yorbels there, you want to fall so you respawn up there instead of over here. So if you respawn over here, you have to go all the way back up the tree. So now we can do this Crazy Feet staff jump again. Or this jump around here is a lot easier with Crazy Feet now. Then you want to head over this way. And you want to break this nest here. Just like that. That's a Yorbel up there. Jump across here. And here's another Yorbel here. So there's 2 things you can do for this one. Either you can jump and like curve, and sometimes you can catch yourself back on the ledge,
Time.
or you can just jump off, grab it, void out. You respawn right here anyways. And then this is very important. There's the level for the next, or there's the entrance to the next level. Don't go there yet. You want to jump on this light pole, hold Crazy Feet, jump again till you grab the sledge, and then get this Yorbel. This is a very easy Yorbel to forget, so make sure you don't forget it. So then you jump on here, use it, split. So now Upper Tree Village, this is the This is the uses a lot of throw hovering, unfortunately. This is the most throw hover intense level, and after this, throw hovering is basically done. You've got a little bit more in Sun Temple, but they're all very simple throw hovers. So first off, hit that guy and come head this way. And if it's hard to hit Crazy Feet, try to hold the controller like a claw. I hit it with the side of my pointer finger. Try to do that. So you want to grab a melon and bring it over here, or you can get item storage there. There's an advanced trick right here you can do, and you can hover up this way over this gap and pick up that Yorbel, and then there's another Yorbel up there you want to get. But oh, and you can do that with space throw hovers or time throw hovers. And so normal throw hovers look like this, where you just hit. But if you want to do like over a gap, you can time them like that. So you can time throw hover to get over there, but that's advanced. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend doing this. If you come over here to this flag and throw hover up this wall. Like that. You want to land up here. Again, throw hovering is going to take a lot of practice. Don't let it discourage you. It's inconsistent. No matter how good you are, it's inconsistent. It's a double frame perfect. But again, hovering up walls, depending on the slant, lets you reset your hovers. So that's pretty good. Don't grab this Juju power up. You don't need it. Just grab this Yorbel and this one. Just like that. And then here, we're going to come back this way. And you got to throw hover up to that one. This is a pretty big throw hover. Like, it's not too big, but a lot of times you can't reset your hovers on the walls. I think you can if you hold left like this. I don't know, this wall, it doesn't let you reset your throw hover a lot. If this is too high for you, you can go on this side, and it's a lot lower, but you can't hold forward when you do it this time until you get up. So, I don't know, for me, when I throw hover, I always hold forward, so it's easier for me to do it on that side. So grab that Yorbel, head over this way. And it's very important to keep item storage this whole time. If you die at any point, you'll lose item storage, and you have to go back and get that melon. Or I guess you don't have to. I have backup Yorbels in this route that I'm going to show you, just in case. I'll show you one. If you do lose item storage and you're not able to get like a Yorbel or two, there's a backup here you can get. So now you throw hover up this wall, in between these two little island pieces. Grab this one, and this Yorbel is kind of weird. You can't zip line on this, or you'll miss the Yorbel, and you can't grab that one, or you'll miss it too. So you got to jump in between these two zip lines and land on the bottom one. So kind of like that. It's kind of a difficult jump, and again, you got to be careful because if you die, you're gonna lose item storage, and you really need it. You need it for one more Yorbel. So then come over here and grab this one. It's kind of also easy to forget, but once you play the game enough, you'll remember that one. And now you want to get this Orangutan to follow you over here. And you can try to throw hover up here like this, like that. This is where you need to go to. But if you do fail to throw hover, as you can see that Orangutan there, right now he's confused because I'm over here. But if you fail to throw hover, he'll actually go back to this tree, and then he'll launch you up here. That's why you want to make sure the Orangutan is closer to this tree than that tree, just in case you fail it. So he'll do this. And then here you can jump on this zip line right here and grab this Yorbel. And then this Yorbel right here, you can grab it by dying. Just crazy feet staff jump and void out. You respawn back over here. Same thing with this one. You want to touch this grass, so your respawn point's over here, and just like jump and catch it. When you respawn, you'll respawn over here. If you don't touch the grass, you'll most likely respawn up there. But again, it's not too far away if you don't. So then you just follow this little path here. And here, I'm going to show you two methods to do this. The easy method and the safe method that I recommend is just standing here and shooting him with your staff. You got to shoot a sheep, and this treadmill will rise. The advanced method is once you land here like this, hit him with the Spirit Rattle and then jump up here. it's pretty tight. And if you miss it, you lose quite a bit of time. So it's probably just worth doing the other strat. Here, grab this. These things have really weird physics. You can, again, you turn like this, and you hold B to swing. So just try your best to swing towards this Yorbel, and then jump off and get it. Something good to note about ropes is that once you're on them, when you jump off, you have an unlimited amount of time to hit A again. That you can hit A whenever you want. So it really helps to angle yourself. So then climb this, jump up here, and then break this nest for another Yorbel. This Orangutan, use him to launch you across this little gap. And here you're going to see a bunch of Yorbels. We're going to collect every single Yorbel in this room, throw hovering. It's the Orangutan puzzle room.
When in doubt,
So come over here, just pass the whole room and get these melons over here. Get item storage with them again. Again, you jump with the L jump, aim, hit Y as soon as you land on the ground. And hit Y once more to cancel the zoom. And you should have item storage, just as a refresher. So then you want to grab this Yorbel. You can throw hover up here. It's not a high hover, so it's not that bad. Grab this Yorbel, and here you got to jump around this corner, like this. If you mess it up and fall down there, just throw hover up this way. I would go show you, but I'm low in health, and those guys are down there. And if I die, I have to go get item storage again. Once you do get that Yorbel, you want to throw hover up this tree. It won't reset your hovers a lot, so it's kind of a big hover. It will if you get like an angle like this. Grab this Yorbel, grab these two. When you drop, hold crazy feet, because you're less likely to take knockback or stun damage, or get stunned. Throw over up there, grab this one, and then grab this one. Then you're good. So again, keep item storage, you don't want to lose it just yet. Grab this Yorbel and slide across here. Now here is the backup Yorbel I was talking about. If you miss a Yorbel, because right now, let's see, you're supposed to have, I can't, is it this one? Yeah, you're supposed to have 32 Yorbels when you land here. If you're short Yorbels, hover up this side, the left side, and there's a Yorbel in there you can get, but when you get that one, you have to drop item storage to get it. You can only get that Yorbel if you break the nest, and to do that you have to drop item storage. And if you do that, you have to do the rest of this level without item storage, and it's not hard. But again, if you do get it, if you do have to get that Yorbel, you can't like throw hover up this wall. You have to hit the sheep and have them lower the treadmill. But otherwise, in your normal route, you would throw hover up this wall and turn this way. And try your best to grab this rope. It's really weird. It's really hard to. Then, like crazy feet, jump over here and hold B as soon as you land on it. You want to slide towards the bottom of it, so you can grab this Yorbel like that. And then you can just jump across here. That.
There it is. There's the tiki.
Okay, so here you don't want to get this. You don't want to get this tiki. Even if you miss, if you don't have item storage, you still don't want to get the tiki because you can actually skip this
Sweet.
up here.
This tiki will let us summon a juju. Let's go
So
find
the way you do
Sandboard.
this with item storage, normally, where you'll be at, you want to hover up here and grab the top of this. Do not hover on this wall or in this corner. It will crash the game. You want to hover more towards the middle, like that, and grab it, and you'll clip through, just like this. So then you want to head over to the other side of the room and hover over this fence. Like that. And just walk off.
Wow.
And you can finish the level. Now,
Well, you know,
if
I
you
bet
miss
this
item
is
storage,
land.
it's not the end. Here's where we're at. So we're at the very bottom of the zip line. If you miss getting item storage, or miss that Yorbel and you have to get rid of item storage, there is a backup here. You can come over here and destroy this nest, and do a crazy feet staff jump up to this torch, which is actually pretty difficult. So I recommend, if you do lose it constantly, item storage, then you need to practice this. Kind of go towards that corner. You wanna aim like there, at the corner between the lamp and the wall. That's your safest bet. Again, this isn't very easy. It's not hard either, but it's just finicky. I keep holding too far right when I do it, so I'm hitting the wall. I'm turning too far right too early, so I keep like hitting the wall and losing all my speed. But like this, you want to land on this pole, and then from here you can jump around to here. Again, you don't want to be in that situation, so try not to lose item storage. It might be easier than throw hovering for you, but throw hovering's a lot faster too. And then right here, split again. Alright, so this is mountaintop. Again, here you can hold L and mash A. And if you get it, you'll get a roll right here.
I can see why they like it. Plenty of space to run.
So the first place we're going to go to is left.
If you can get the snowboard, you'll be able to
There's a hard trick right here I'm going to show you. It's pretty difficult. This is probably the least beginner friendly trick right here. So you want to make sure all these guys are dead. Alright, so right here you want to get on the other side of this fence. And that's kind of hard. So if you walk into this corner, just hold up. It's pretty linear. You just want to be in this corner, and you want that Yorbel to be in between these two things. In between those two, you see where the Yorbel is in the top left. You want it to be in between this. You want it to be in between this big pole and this one. It's pretty linear, just somewhere in between there. And then you want to stop holding up, and you want to hold down so that you turn around like this. You don't want to just hold straight down, because then you'll like move a little bit. You want to hold down so you rotate like this. Then hold down a little bit more to walk a little bit and roll. Now you want to hold up a little bit, so you do this. Again, don't just press up. And then now you want to go straight, hold crazy feet, push straight, and as soon as the very far right side of the bush to the right goes off the screen, you want to hit A. The timing of your jump is the most important part. And by right side of the bush, I mean like this part right here, where I'm standing. As soon as that goes off your screen, I don't know if it's different on the CRT, so. But again, you kind of want to have it, I would have it closer to the right one. And then turn around like this. As soon as it goes off the screen. And you should clip up like that and land on top of this fence. So again, have it closer to the right. Instead of, you don't want an angle like this. It's still in between there, but you want it more towards the right. So maybe do that. Hold down, roll, hold up, just enough so that you slide. You can see in the input viewer, I'm just barely turning it so I slide and don't move. And then, that was early. You can tell, you can kind of get a feel for it eventually. You can tell when you're off. That might have been late. That was good. But anyway, this will take some practice. There is, again, I'll link it in the description. There is another way to do it with some kind of crazy jump, like up here, and then you jump up there and over the wall. It's also hard though. So this is the hardest trick, I would say, for new runners to do in this run. Again, it's not even that hard though, but it takes time. So again, hold up. Like, get as far in this corner as you can. Just barely hold down, turn around, and then walk a little bit. Roll. If you don't walk a little bit, you'll just roll in place. So, and then jump at the right time. That was late. The timing of your jump is the most important part. As long as you can jump at the right time, you'll clip up here just about every time. So once you get up here, and you've gotten past that part, you can come this way and jump up on this. And jump up here. Grab this Yorbel and head this way. Do a staff jump up through there. If you fall in here, I'm not actually sure exactly the fastest way to get out. I think it's like going like this. But you don't want to fall in there. If you do, you just got to go around a little bit. Come up this left side, follow these, and jump up here. And grab this Yorbel. You want to kind of hug you want to go this way. Because if you go like this, if you like over here, there's a cutscene. It's like this whole area, so you want to try to avoid that. Head over here, and now here's kind of a I could maybe show you with this guy. If you grab a ledge, when these guys blow up, they won't damage you. I didn't grab the ledge, so it's gonna blow up. So if you do a crazy feet staff jump this way, you'll most likely grab this ledge, and this guy will blow up, and then you can jump up without him hurting you. And we'll do that. We'll use that a little bit more in Mountaintop too, or Mountaintop also. So then here, you can jump up here, and this Yorbel, it might be hard to get to at first. These rams are gonna run at you, but as long as you grab it, you can let them hit you. So that one might be a little tricky to get to begin with. If it's too hard for you to get, you can run in this corner, like I think right here, and eventually the rams will like run into each other. You just have to wait for that to happen. You can grab it; they won't hurt you. That's kind of slow though. So grab this Yorbel in this pool too. Also, don't forget that one. Then jump up to here. Jump over here on this one. Jump to here, kill this guy, and then jump back over the fence. Like that. Again, you don't have to land on the fence. I'm just landing to show you where the hitbox is. If you miss that and you land like here, you can do, if you like do a crazy feet staff jump at this wall, there's like a certain angle you can hold. It's not too precise, but you do a crazy feet staff jump at the wall, you'll push up and it'll push you like left. If you hold left, like right at the top, you grab this ledge. So that's another way to get over this. You want to head this way. You want to land on your feet and then roll, because there's a cutscene there you can smash through.
If you can summon the mighty Juju here, he may give it to you.
So here, you can head out this way, jump over here and grab this Yorbel, and then you can do a crazy feet staff jump to get back. It's kind of a hard jump. It's not too bad. If you do miss it, like that, then you'll respawn right here. You can just try it again. See, sometimes it depends. You gotta kind of hit the staff button pretty late for the jump up, like that. And then you can head over this way. Do a crazy feet staff jump like this. Grab this ledge. If you hold crazy feet the whole time, I didn't, but if you hold crazy feet the whole time, you should get it pretty consistently. Just hold forward and crazy feet. If you do land up here, just keep holding forward and try to get him to blow you up where you don't go flying off the edge. Here, grab this ledge, wait for him to blow up, and then jump up. You can jump on this Rhino, and hit B to control him. You can see the input viewer again. Jump off of him with Y to grab this Yorbel. And then here, you can jump off of him at the right time, like right before you hit this, like that. And it'll knock it down without you getting knocked back. Because usually there's an animation that plays you like getting knocked off the Rhino. So then you want to grab this, and here's a kind of difficult jump. You want to jump and then curve like that. Actually, don't do that just yet though. Finish going with the Rhino, and then grab this Yorbel, and then go try that jump. Again, with holding forward and then changing, you want to like tilt after your jump. That's when you want to start holding the direction. You can't just like snap, like go left, because I guess you can after you finish your jump. That's when you can really control yourself. So just be careful with controlling right here, and grab this Yorbel. That one again, it might give you some trouble, but it's not too bad.
Heads up, these are more of those fire coconuts.
Head over this way. You can do a staff jump here and then jump off of this as fast as you can so that Rhino doesn't hit you. Grab this Yorbel, jump back across here. Actually, let me show you one more thing too before I do leave the level. If you do go for this jump right here, if you go for that jump or curve around the corner to get that Yorbel and you miss it, you can just run this way do a crazy feet jump onto this tree, and then do a crazy feet jump up here. And that way you can attempt it again and not have to go all the way around. Just like that. But once you do get that, again, go up here, get the ram Yorbel, and then head to this teleporter. And teleport. And split. So now you're going to head to Dryrock. This is why we hit that button earlier. Right here. If you didn't hit that button, this would be closed. But you want to go through there. And there is a Yorbel. There's a Yorbel on the way to, on the way right here. Dryrock. Once you get this Yorbel, you can fall off and die. It'll respawn you here. Or you can just go the normal way. I don't know which one's faster. Again, you can see my feet are on fire, like I have crazy feet on. I'm using all that speed constantly. Alright, so now that we're here, same place as earlier, backtracking at this point just to get Yorbels. You can head this way. Grab this Yorbel. And then right here, if you drop down here, you want to drop kind of towards the middle. You can pick up a Juju power as you fall. See, I was too far back, so I didn't pick it up as I fell. If you miss it, I would jump out of the water and then try to jump back onto it. You can try to get it from the water, but it's kind of hard. Water physics is weird. But you want to grab that mana power. It just gives you more life. You don't have to grab that if you don't think you need it, but it really helps in the upcoming 2 splits. Or few splits. And get that Yorbel. Jump up these. Let's grab this Yorbel. And then up here. Oh, see, sometimes when you get hit, you kind of clip into the floor and it messes with your jumps. So just be careful for that. It rarely happens, or it happens a lot, but it usually doesn't mess up your jumps. You want to get up here and grab this Yorbel. This is very important. This Yorbel's easy to forget because once you do grab it, you just head back this way. And right here is a clip. This bottom shelf of these, you can jump in this corner, and if you grab the wall like this, try to get the camera right behind attack, hold up and just mash A like that, and you should land here and just hold forward and you'll clip. This will be Caverns. Now Caverns is very, very complex. It's hard to see, first of all. It's very dark, even with the brightness all the way up. It's going to be hard to tell what I'm doing. And there's really nothing I can do to improve it. Again, I'll try to show you the best of my abilities how to do this, but you need to get 15 Yorbels total here. You get 8 in this first one, and you get 7 in the second one. So when you enter here, you should have 49 Yorbels. And the way that you see your Yorbels is you hold R and you hit one of the directional pads. It'll bring up this little menu so you can see how much stuff you have, which is pretty handy. Just in case you think you forgot one or something. So then you want to follow this light. This Yorbel right here on this little shelf, I fell. If you do fall, you get this like long death thing before you respawn at a random checkpoint. And a lot of times when you respawn at a checkpoint, it's kind of hard to know where you're at. You can really get messed up. But so just be careful again. Go down here, grab this Yorbel, and then like leap this way. Then land, like there's a little thing right there you can land on. Again, it's gonna be hard to show you. I can't slow down because you have to keep up with the light, otherwise you'll respawn. And it's super dark, so just try your best to follow what I'm doing. There's another Yorbel down here. I really wish I could. I've jacked up the brightness all the way before, and it doesn't help much at all either. And then there's a Yorbel back here you want to grab. So on the way there, you should have 54. You should get 54 when you're at the end here. With my route. There are other routes too, but my route gets 54 by the time I get here. Something to note is once you do collect the light, rolling doesn't work anymore. When you roll, you collide with the light. There's nothing you can do. So this is where you want to use your crazy feet the most. If you're low on mana, on the way here you don't want to use it. On the way back you want to use it if you can, or if you need to. You get one Yorbel there, another Yorbel there. And there's one more Yorbel here to the right. Right here. Something I should mention too, with these slippery slopes, let me do this guy first. With these little things right here, they're really slippery. You'll slide across them, and it can really like mess up your momentum and stuff. Something to mention is if you hold crazy feet, it acts like a normal ground. So if you're sliding, and you're like about to slide off the edge, just hold crazy feet, and it'll stop you in your tracks. And you can use crazy feet to jump off with the correct amount of momentum as well. And then you should have all that. Should be all the Yorbels here in this one cavern. So then you just head out like this. We can check right here. 57. You should have 57 Yorbels coming out of that cavern.
Stay there in case we need to go back into that cave again.
Now, let's assume you don't. Oh, actually, here I'll show you this cavern first. Grab this one to the right. There's one right here to grab. Also, these guys, this is where that longer life really comes in handy. These guys can kill you pretty quickly. Grab this one. Right here, you can jump this way, and then you really can't see it on the video, but you just want to jump straight that way. Again, just look at my angle and stuff, and on your TV, you should be able to see this over here. You want to make sure this is a little bit to the right. By this, I mean this little archway right here. You want to make sure that's a little bit to the right of where you aim before you do that jump. And use crazy feet, because if you don't use crazy feet, you're going to slide. So now you should have 60 Yorbels. Assuming you don't have 60 Yorbels, let's say you have 58. There are 2 backup Yorbels in these caverns that you can get that aren't too slow, but they're a little bit slow to get. So you really want to make sure you don't have that many, or you don't miss any Yorbels. So you should have 60 here. One backup is this way. If you head over here, there's a Yorbel just sitting back here. That's a backup. I'm not going to get it because I want my numbers to be consistent. That is a backup Yorbel you can get. But the way you want to go, if you do have 60 Yorbels, instead of going that way, you want to head to the left. And get another one here. I've left plenty of backup Yorbels in the route, and I'll show you all of them. So grab that, jump over here, jump up here. There's another Yorbel, and here's a kind of weird jump you can do. You can't see it on the video, but there's a platform straight ahead of me. So you just jump straight, then like stop moving. Don't just fully do a jump because you'll jump right between. It's a weird jump to get, but it's not hard. So get that jump too. And that should be all the Yorbels. So we entered Caverns with 49 Yorbels, I believe. And now we have 64. So you get a total of 15. 15 Yorbels here. Remember that backup there if you didn't get it. And assuming you're here, maybe you forgot that backup and you have 63. And you're like, oh no. Then you can go in this third cavern right here. Go in this cavern, get that Yorbel right there, and then die. You want to die quickly. You don't want the light to go much further than that. So grab that Yorbel and die, and then it'll respawn you here outside of the thing, and you can leave. Once you get out of here, you can split. This split is kind of redundant. You might not want it in yours. So this Dryrock 3 split, it's very, very short. I like having it, but there's really not a reason to. Here, you want to jump up to get this ram to charge at you, and while he's turning around, you want to jump like this. I'll show that again because it can be kind of difficult to do. So when the ram's there, he'll be like guarding, kinda. If you jump and get his attention, and then jump past him fast enough, then he won't knock you back. Then you can just get in this corner. He won't attack you back here. So here in this corner, this is the same place we were at the beginning of the run. You just walk forward to clip through. This time hold left, like that, and then just clip into bounds. And then run over past this gong. Grab this. It's got a weird hitbox. As you can see, it's like a rectangle, but it doesn't look like one. So here, there's a Yorbel over there. You don't want to grab that yet. We'll get that Yorbel later. Here, you can grab onto this pillar, like this. Get the camera right behind Tack, like as directly behind him as you can. Hold forward and then hit A. What should happen is the camera should pan like this. And if this happens, it means you clipped. Like there's like an invisible wall here. But if you get that camera, you clip to the wall. You want to head over. You can fall out like that. So you want to jump towards this wall once you do it. Once you clip, you want to jump to this wall like that. Don't hold too far forward. I mean, you got a lot of land over here to land on. But don't hold too far forward. Your camera can get really messed up. But where you're heading for is I'm still in the wall, still clipped in the wall. Where you're heading for is here. You want to head to this doorway because we're clipping in the Sun Temple. So again, just do that and then kind of jump. If your camera does that, if you see this, that means your camera completely inverted. So you just hold down, like that, and that's where you split. See, very, very short split. Even with the explanation, it's like 2.5 minutes. Let me get that out of the way too. It's probably annoying. Alright, so Sun Temple. This one's also kind of complicated. Because we don't go to Mountaintop North in this route, you don't get to summon Melon. So there's a skip you can't do, but you can. You just have to do it differently. So you want to kind of go this way and grab one of these vases. And you want to carry this vase with you. You don't want to lose this vase until you get all the way like in the room up there. Like you need to carry this vase with you for a while. So then jump across here. If that happens, of course you'll respawn at the beginning. It's no big deal. You want to try to avoid the explosion Yorbel, but they're kind of hard to avoid sometimes. Just hug this right one. He spawns on the left, and usually if you don't sit around for too long, you'll be fine. So here, these guys will spawn. You want to jump down here, place down your thing, and kill them. Place it down with Y. Do not throw it, because you'll get rid of it. So you can place it down with Y, and then grab it. Take it with you some more. Here, again, place it down. You can roll to drop it also, which is a little bit faster. There's a Yorbel over there, but you don't want to get that one. It's really slow. You just want to head to the right. Again, if you're low on Yorbels, like really low, and you missed the Caverns one, or maybe the Caverns one wasn't enough, you can get that Yorbel as a backup. So you want to hit this switch, and a timer will start. This timer may seem like stressful, like you go, oh, I got hit by the sun as soon as I jumped. That was unfortunate. So you want to head this way. Grab your thing. Don't forget this. The time seems stressful, but you actually have a lot more time than you think you do. It's not really gonna get close to running out. It'll look like it does, but it'll be fine. Then jump on this, and you don't jump off of this platform until it completely stops. It'll stop right there, and then jump off of it. If you jump before, chances are likely you're gonna mess up your momentum. So now you want to just run through this. If you're low on mana, there's good like these give you like, I think 10 mana each. Yeah, so there's like 20 mana there, 20 mana there. So it's 40 mana in that room alone. And you come over here and then roll like right there. So now you can fight all these dudes. So you want to kill these guys, and when you kill the last guy, I'll show you a cool strategy. Actually, 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. In a speedrun, you can't pause your timer like that. So, make sure you use the bathroom before. Rule of thumb. When these guys, for this last one, you want to kill him. As soon as you kill him, you want to roll into one of these. You want to kill him like this, and then roll into this. And that'll let you respawn at the beginning of the room. So you can grab this and run this way. So this is what you needed it for. You can drop it and get item storage with it. Same way you get it with melons. Like when you get here, enemies will spawn behind you. You're supposed to kill them all and then kill them all again. But if you do that, you can just head over this way and hover up this like that. Hit A and then walk forward. You should fall. A lot of times your camera will get inverted here, so make sure you know where you're going. Don't go down the blue hallway. This is a dead end. Go this way. You can drop item storage here too, by the way. You don't need to keep it with you. Then head this way. Grab this Yorbel to the right here. And this Yorbel. It's actually something I need to do real quick. I realized I forgot in my splits. I can't add splits in the middle of a run, dude. Rip. That sucks. Well, anyways, you're supposed to have. There should be more splits here for Moonstone dupes, but I'll just tell you when to split instead of showing you. So this room is pretty easy too. Just follow normally. Grab this rope, jump across here. Now, after this hallway, right here, there's a Yorbel here to the left. It's kind of hidden. You shouldn't pass it, but you might. So just be on the lookout for that. Here you can roll into this. I'm gonna grab this Yorbel in between these two dudes. Grab the pot. If you miss the pot, there's more over here. More little vases you can grab. I'm gonna place it down and get item storage with it again. Again, there's a lot of item storage in this temple, but trust me, none of it's really hard. And you want to hover directly at this doorway. So you can get up here, and then you can go higher from there. Right here, you want to stand in this corner and hover up. You need like 6 or 7. Then you'll fall to this wall. Keep item storage. Don't lose it. You're going to need it for a little while. If you don't, again, there are vases everywhere. If you do manage to lose it somehow. But you want to keep it if you can. Head over to the left here. Grab this Yorbel. And then you want to hover, this time you want to hover in this corner. Like that. And then here you can just walk to the wall when you get to the top. It's a little different for some reason. Another Yorbel right here to the right. Pretty hidden. And here is, actually, this is probably the hardest trick. This is what we call the Yolo jump. Normally you're supposed to, you have to go all the way around this whole room to get here. But alternatively, you can throw hover. Like that. You only need 3 hovers, but it's hard to do with 3 hovers. That's space throw hovering. If you miss it, you can go over here and grab the space. And then bring it back around here. And drop it over this way. Get item storage with it again. Go for it again. Again, you can, like that. Just hover over here to pass this. You can do it like with normal throw hovers. Like that too, if that's easier for you. Space throw hovers are too difficult. But again, that's a pretty hard trick to do, I'm not gonna lie. So, I'll show you the room normally too. if you do it normally, you can also get another Yorbel. So that's another backup Yorbel. You should have 70 at this point, I believe. One sec. I believe you should have 70. Yeah, pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure you should have 70. So then what you want to do is you want to go stand on the switch, jump on the switch, and then hug this right wall. You can do a crazy feat staff jump to here. If you can't make that jump, if it's too hard, just go the normal way. And then you can crazy feat staff jump to this too, so you don't have to spawn the enemy and kill him. Here, there's exploding Yorbels that come into that one. They can be a nuisance. Just try your best not to get hit. Here, you don't have to step on the switch here. You can just jump over here, and then these guys spawn. You can hold B to aim and try to aim in between them to kill them both. You want to try to blow them both up off the edge. Just like that. That one should die now. I got really unlucky and this guy lived. But he should be one hit away now. Yeah, there he goes. So then there's the extra Yorbel you can get if you need it. And then here, just jump over this way. So this room is also kind of tricky. There's a jump at the end of it. There are two cutscenes here that trigger one after the other. What you want to do here is jump up here and get this Yorbel. Don't forget that one. You want to jump up here, and more likely than not, you want to break this. It's kind of difficult with these guys messing with you. So if you break that nest, it'll be easier. I don't know if you can see it on video. There is like a little place you can jump to over there. So I'm going to jump and grab this corner right here. When you do that, you can jump over here and be finished with something. I feel like I missed the Yorbel. Let me check real quick. No? Fine. Okay. So then you want to jump on here. There should be like 3 splits here for each Moonstone, but I don't have 3 splits, so I'll just show you. I'll try to explain the mechanics of this. The yellow ones I got just now, they shoot straight. The one he got was a blue one, it's like a tracker. Green ones curve and blow up, so if you get in a corner like this, hit yourself, you'll hit yourself and him. Again, blue's track. The red ones are the best ones because you can get 3 hits off in one shot. If you get a red one, you can like line up really close to him, and it shoots like a burst of 3. So if you're right inside of him, you'll hit all 3 of them at once. Those are really good to get. Yellows are the worst, especially for them to get. When they get yellows, it takes them forever to use them all. I'll show you the green normally, quick. There's a green normally, just kind of arches. When they have it too, if they have it too, you can also run into a wall. If they have the green, you run into a wall, they'll blow themselves up too. There's 3 stages to this boss fight. They're all pretty simple.
This time, let's cooperate.
Alright, so here, I'm gonna grab this red one. It's kind of manipulating them to do what you want them to do, as well as getting good RNG to make this boss fast. Yes, he's got a yellow one, so it's gonna take him forever. It's complicated. Again, you want to try to make sure they don't get yellows if you can. It's kind of hard to control what they get though. That was pretty bad on my part. get them to hit each other too. Like that. You got a blue? Yeah. Should have another blue. See, you can also just make sure you're paying attention to what they get too. Because I know that he got a blue, so he wouldn't follow me in this corner. But now that he's got a yellow, he should follow me in this corner. Again, I just blow me and him up. There we go. Alright, so here is the trick called Moonstone Duplication. That bird will... Be careful not to make that bird push you into the moonstone. For here, you probably want to do a safety save. Like that. You have to do this 3 times. It's not frame perfect. It's just like the cutscene at the very beginning of the game. It's identical to that one. We're going to duplicate these moonstones. So, you're going to jump, and as soon as you land on your feet, like that, I'm going to pause. So maybe practice next to the moonstone, get a feel for it sometime. You don't want to pause too early, and you can't pause too late, otherwise you won't play the moonstone. So, like that. See how it says objective completed at the bottom? That only happens the first time, but that I know I got it because of that. So once you land on it, you want to save. You want to save your game, and you want to quit. So then you can mash start here, go down to load game, and then just load the file. And you want to split as soon as you go to quit. You hit quit, you want to split. So then, now, you can't see it, but we have a moonstone. We have 1 moonstone in inventory. See, I'm pretty sure that worked too, because you see he looks like he's in a weird animation. So I'm going to save again. The bad part about this is you don't really know if you mess it up. There's a very tiny sound cue you can hear. Like it's like, that's how you know you got it, but it's hard to hear sometimes. Save and quit again, and then split right there. You don't have to have multiple splits, you can just have 1. It's up to you. I would have 1 in this route. So again, I can't see how many moonstones I have, but I'm pretty sure that duplicated. See, I missed it that time, and you can still see how I was able to pause again, recover it. Again, if you mess it up, just quit while you're paused. You know you messed it up too. Okay, see, this is the 3rd dupe, so I didn't have to save my game there, anyways. But I'm going to just in case I don't have it at the very end. You know you messed it up if the camera does this. If the camera pans to attack, that means you pause too late, and you can just at that point you just quit and redo it. But on the last moonstone, you only need 3, so you duplicate it once. You duplicate it the 2nd time. On the last one, you just pick it up, and then you split as soon as you pick it up for the last split if you want 3. Alright, so here, you want to go get this Yorbel. Head over this way. I'm not gonna lie, now that I look at it, there's probably much more optimal way to get over here than to go all the way around that way. But you want to grab this Yorbel, and there's another one in this water to the left. It's kind of it. Again, jumping physics in this game are pretty crazy. Or water jumping, I mean. Then head this way. Jump towards this and get this Yorbel. Once you get this one, you also want to jump over here. There's another one up this little path. And then head over here and grab this Rhino. There is a Yorbel here on the left side, so you want to go left, don't go right. They both lead you to the same place, but this Yorbel here will be, go past it and go right to get that Yorbel. And then you would just want to ride this Rhino up to this ramp up here. And then jump off. There's a Yorbel up here. can do a crazy feat staff jump right here to get across this gap, or you can do a triple jump. Either way works, but you need to use crazy feet for it instead of using the emu. If these jumps are too hard, you can use the emu, but the emu is terrible to control. So there are a total of 4 Yorbels, I believe, up here. These are fire acorns. You don't need those. You just pass those up and grab this one. Make sure you get this one. It's easy to jump past that. It's also pretty easy in this game. You'd be surprised to not realize you skipped the Yorbel. So then head up this way and teleport. And you're gonna go back here. And then you can have another split there if you want. A Dryrock 4. It's up to you. It's probably not a bad idea because there's so many Yorbels there you collect. I'll go back after this run and manually add the times for more splits. So you want to head this way. You actually probably wanted to head. There's probably actually a more optimal route. Yeah, let me show that actually. I'm used to going a different way here. More optimally, most likely, you can just go along these trampolines. Trampolines are kind of hard to control though, so if you're having a hard time, see, you can jump and completely mess up. If you're having a hard time controlling the trampolines, just go the other way. This way's probably faster, but not by a lot. See, they're just so finicky. I'm not really good with trampolines.
I guess we need more practice.
Alternatively, you can just go up here like this. Like that. This is probably a little bit faster, but it's also a little bit more finicky. But you want to run this way. You can jump like there, but you'll slide if you don't jump over that little part. So you want to make sure you get across here. If you get on here, you might be good, but if you get like on that side of it, you'll slide off. So then go to burial grounds. So here comes the most tedious part of the run. This part of the run is very bad. Like very extremely bad. Like I don't know why it's in the game, but it is. First head off over here. You see this big place with a cage. You're supposed to use a Juju. Juju will break this for you, so you can get through. But alternatively, you just come over here and jump up on this, grab the ledge, put the camera behind, attack, and then you can clip through the wall. Again, it's pretty precise sometimes. Once you clip to the wall, you just hold forward and you wait for the camera to get on tack if you want to. Sometimes it just jumps to this wall. Then you want to jump up here, and then just jump down here. And you're at burial grounds or mummy tombs. And again, the split sucks.
Whoa,
It's pretty bad.
this is a really sacred area. Many special Pupanunu ancestors are buried here.
As you can see, I'm pretty low on mana,
Okay, here's what we need to do.
so
We
it
need
might
to
be
get the
worth.
mummies out of their
Make sure
tombs
you
and
watch your
bring them
mana.
to the ceremonial tomb. Look, the doors
You're
are
gonna
on
need
that
some
side.
mana in Spirit
Let's
World.
start there.
Okay, so go straight right here first. These tombs have to be done in a certain order. You can go straight, I guess, to the one that looks like an S. That's the one you're heading to first. It's pretty self-explanatory on the way there. The entirety of Mummy Tombs is just like a big escort mission. That's what sucks about it, and the people you're escorting are really slow. So make sure you go right here to that web thing and get this Yorbel. It's easy to forget, so be careful. Here as well, make sure you grab that Yorbel. These Yorbels can really get in the way later. They're not going to stop anything, but they will slow you down a lot. You can wake up the mummy by getting close to him and see what happened. Oh wait, no. If the Yorbel hits the mummy, then he gets stunned like that. I hit him that time, but you don't want him to get stunned. If he does get stunned, you can actually like push him to where you want to go, but he's got a really slippery hitbox. Next, again, just trigger that. Step on this switch, make sure it doesn't turn back. Wait for him to follow you. You can't get too far ahead of the mummy. You can't get too far back either. So here you just want to got him across here. Now there's a trick right here. It saves like 15-20 seconds, I'd say. It's kind of weird though. I think I have it set up. I used to. If I run in this corner like this, wait for him to get to me, then you jump like this and aim like here. He should run across the gap like that. Now again, this I'm gonna kill him so I can try to show it off again. It's very finicky. Like I assure you, this is a very hard trick to do. It's not hard to do. It's just inconsistent. I'll show you the normal way. The normal way is just to get him on there and knock him out so he fits under the bridge. I don't have to show you that because that's just the casual way. But again, just get in this corner. Then, actually, that was wrong. Get in this corner, and sometimes I push him in the corner. Just you're aiming for like right here. See how he failed that time? It's just inconsistent. So if you miss it, you lose a bunch of time. But if you get it, you save a bunch of time. So if you think it's worth it, go for it. I'm gonna try to get it again, so I can show you. That time I accidentally pushed the mummy out of the way. So we'll see if that's what happened. No. See, it's weird because he can't be going too far against the wall, but he also can't be going too far out. So it's just, if you think it's worth it, go for it. If you don't, then don't. I personally don't go for it in runs at the moment, but I probably will soon. Once I get this, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get this consistently. See, it's more trouble than it's worth sometimes, you know. So if you want to go for it, go for it. If you don't go for it. This setup does work a lot for me though. Maybe pushing him into the corner does work a little bit better. Try that. There we go. So if you're over here too far to the right, he'll like walk against this wall and die. If you're too far to the left, then he'll just die. So maybe I think you kind of want to be here-ish or here. Just explore with it if you want to. If you don't, just do it casually. It doesn't waste too much time. It's not a hard strat, don't get me wrong, it's just inconsistent. And then you want to guide him back to the big tomb. And then head right. You can jump as soon as they like get here and they'll push you a little bit further. They might say like a frame, and you want to split there too. I split a little bit late, but you want to split when he lands there. Alright, for this tomb, you're heading towards the one with the. You're heading towards that one. Was that a scorpion? Maybe? I can't really tell. But you want to head here and jump up right here. And then jump across like that. And this will get you here. I guess it's not a scorpion. Just head. I guess it is a scorpion. Just head here. On the way to the mummy, it's okay to use crazy feet. On the way back, you don't need to because you're waiting on the mummy anyways. So. It's faster to use it on the way there, but on the way back you really don't need to because you have to wait anyways. So here's the Yorbel right here. It's kind of hard. This jump's a little hard sometimes. It's pretty simple though. Just jump up there, get that Yorbel. There's another one around this corner. You can get it right now or you can get it on the way back. Either way works. Again, these guys are pains. Trigger the mummy. These things have a weird mechanic. They'll like stop him, and he runs across like that. So while he's doing that, you can push him once he gets at the end. And if he does get like say like right here, he gets stunned like that. If you push him with fire, it wakes him up. So you don't have to wait for him to finish getting stunned. And like once he gets to the end, he'll push himself off. While he does that, you can get behind him and push him also. But again, his hitbox is very slippery, so it's a little hard to get to what you want to. Here, you want to wait till the mummy's almost across, and then head this way. Hit the switch and put your camera on him, and then make sure he guides like this. Step on the switch. The switch raises this middle platform. If you didn't see that, so you want to make sure you have that switch pushed down as long as you know he's about to be over there. I'll try to show me pushing him right here. That again, you can push him pretty well sometimes. Sometimes you can't. Here you want to go left. Don't go right. It's shorter, but you can't make it. It's like a gap. Sorry, I've got a weird hiccup in the throat kind of thing. There's like a gap right there, like right there. You can't make that, no matter what you do. So don't go that way. Again, this part is like a 10-minute escort mission, honestly. This part is very boring. Maybe find a good meme to do while this is happening. There's really not much you can do to spice things up here. Just movement and waiting. So in here, go to the left this time. Right here. Split as soon as he lands on the pad thing. Alright, so now you're heading towards that one right there, the kind of crab looking thing. Again, it's just straight right here. It's not too hard to get to. This one's got a few Yorbels you can forget about, so try not to forget about them. So right here you can do a stab jump around this corner if it's too risky for you. Because again, it's a little bit risky. This guy might hit you or something. You can jump on here and then jump there. There's always a big guy in here, or a guy that takes 2 hits. Here, just jump like that. And then you can jump out. So what these buttons do in this level is they shoot darts at you. Here, there's a Yorbel over here. If you hit these buttons, it shoots darts. Pretty easy to dodge though. And then you can just go back out, same way you came in. Darts also resets a mummy's thingy, their invincibility, or when they get hit, they get knocked out and stuff. Darts are also good for that. So like if this mummy got knocked out and then he got hit with a dart, it would wake him back up. And another thing that's good to know. Here, that's a very easy trick. Again, it might be hard to push him, but if you push him over here to the right and have him walk along this, it'll just stop him from getting stunned with those darts multiple times. And when he does get hit by the darts, he'll like reset looking for you. So if you're too close to him, when he gets hit by the dart, he'll start walking. If you're too far away from him, he'll lose you. So you just gotta be careful. Like here, I'll try to show. See how he got hit right there? He'll start walking. Like if I was here and he got hit, he would start walking instead of running. Even if he was already running before he got to me. So you just gotta be careful. Here, it's pretty simple. Just don't cut corners too sharp, make the guy fall off. If you ever don't know if they're following you or not, you can listen for their footsteps too. It helps sometimes when you don't know if they're behind you or not. You think they got hit by something, but you can't tell. So listen for footsteps. And they make a distinctive sound when they get hit too. They make like a grunting noise. You can hear some flies. Here, there's two Yorbels over here that can mess with you. There's a third one actually too. I jumped too early, or too late, so I didn't get the little boost, but again, it doesn't save any time. Here, the normal way to go is straight, left, and then right again. But you can also go up here, grab onto like right here. It's like an invisible wall. You can grab onto, and clip it right there. Or the better thing to do is just come up here, jump on this hedge, and jump across like that. There's a visible wall there, but again, you'll land over here either way. This tomb has the most glitches. Or most techniques, I guess. They're not really glitches. The first thing you can do, you can get that Yorbel without a mummy, but it's easier with the mummy, so I'll show it with the mummy instead of without it. This Yorbel here, again, you can get like a Yorbel to stand on the switch, and then jump up here and get it, like that. That switch will raise this little platform, or you can get it with the mummy later. But you have to hit the switch up here anyways to open this door, and there is a fast way to open the switch and get to the door. It's really cool looking too. So, but what you got to do is just hit this button, jump across here, do a shortcut here, do a triple jump here, and then grab it, fall, roll under the door. See, I messed up the roll there because I got stuck in the doorway, so I didn't make it. But if you don't make it, again, you just come here, hit the switch again. It's preference. It's really cool to do, but it's also a little bit tricky with the movement. I recommend learning it though once you get movement down. Here, for this Yorbel, just swing across the vines and grab it. And see, now I'm going to stop using Crazy Feet because I don't need it anymore. Because this guy's following me. So you want to launch this guy and you want to hit him as soon as you can. So Crazy Feet right there is actually pretty good. When you hit him, you'll get his head. This mummy has a unique thing. So I don't exactly remember where it was. I think it's right here. You just want to line his head up over here some way, and then he'll start running at this wall. And if you walk into him from behind, he'll clip on your head and you can jump twice and get him up there. If he does come up here and he gets stuck in this corner, you do the same thing over there and grab his head. So in this tomb, he follows your head, or he follows his head. He won't follow you. So like if I throw that head right there and I got here, he won't follow me. He'll follow his head. So over here, it'll target that automatically. If you throw it at that, you can wait for him to get on the switch and then press this, and then he'll get up and across. Grab his head, hit the switch, keep going. So now there's a lot of Yorbels here. These can all mess him up pretty badly. Just want to do something like that. Press this button. Press his head there, and now you can jump up there, get the Yorbel, and leave. So again, I only use Crazy Feet if he's not following me in the moment, because if you use Crazy Feet right now, it's just gonna waste it. You gotta wait for him to get to you anyways. For here, you can speed it up a little bit by throwing his head and then jumping here in the middle. That'll ensure that he gets placed there. And then once you see the screen go black, it's gonna be split. Now you're in Spirit World. You're almost done with the game. You have Spirit World and the final boss left to do.
I've heard of this place.
So,
This is the Spirit World.
here in Spirit World, it can be kind of confusing because of all the fog.
We'll have to figure it out as we go.
Try to follow along the best you can. If you go straight here, there's a Yorbel over here in this tall grass. Make sure you get that. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. And then get the space. The whole thing here is you want to break red vases that activate these. When these are activated, you're in like a Spirit World kind of. You're in a different mode where you can see things. So a vase here to the left. And then jump across this gap. There's another vase right here. So then trigger this. Run across here. Get this vase. Then you head this way. This is very important right here. There is a Yorbel down here. It's very out of the way. Or it's not out of the way, but it's very hidden. Make sure you grab it too, because sometimes I've lost quite a few runs where I've been down a Yorbel at the end. It's because I missed that one. So this orangutan, you can get unlucky. He won't pull down the tree before he launches you. But again, once he does pull it down the tree, just stand on it and shoot him. It'll speed it up. There's a trick coming up. If you choose to attempt it, then right here you want to set your spawn point, but also skip this cutscene. There's a cutscene if you go up much further. So you want to jump kind of there at this corner, but at the end of your jump, turn left, like that. But I failed it. You want to be a little more to the left before you do it. But what should happen is the cutscene should trigger. You should be too far. You should be too far to the left to catch yourself, and you'll fall down during the cutscene. When you respawn, you can walk while the cutscene's playing, and the camera will follow you. Unfortunate that I missed it, but go get this Yorbel over here. Like that. And here is here's a trick right here. This is called the spirit jump, or balloon jump, so I call it. That's what it is. Balloon jump. So you want to head over here, and then crazy feet from here to that balloon. If you can't make that jump, it's too hard. It's a little bit easier from here. We get to this balloon. Grab it, and you head this way. That you're supposed to collect these balloons and turn them into this guy, but don't turn this one in. Keep it with you. Here, you need to get up there without grabbing that ledge. To do that, just hold forward and then hit left for your second jump. So jump like parallel to it, and then jump towards it with crazy feet. You want to make sure this is a crazy feet jump. That should make sure you don't grab it most of the time. So now here's the very tricky part. You need to jump from here to over there and grab that ledge. It's pretty far away. It's a very precise jump. You need to crazy feet jump and then time your jumps like it should be like that. Like you want to do your second jump at the height of your jump. You don't want to like run off the edge and then jump like I showed you earlier in the tutorial, how you can be like that and then jump. You don't want to do that because you won't get enough height. You'll get more distance. For this, you need distance and height. So again, you might not be able to see. You can see it in the splits actually, or in the recording. You need to hover straight to that ledge. This will take practice, and I will show the normal way to do it in case you can't. But you need to jump like before, like right here. Like you want to jump before you start falling, but as close to the edge as you can, and then do the double jump earlier than you think you do. Like that. And if you get lucky, you'll grab this ledge. This guy will blow up. But yes, that's how you do that. The balloon jump. I'll show it one more time before I do it normally. And if for some reason, if you attempt it too much, when you get over here, that was a bad jump. Can't find. For some reason, if you attempt it too much, when you get here, the balloon will just get out of your hands and you can't attempt it anymore. If that happens, you gotta do it normally. So again, it's not too precise, but you want to be aiming sort of just over there somewhere, maybe to the left more. That might not work. That was pretty bad. Oh, see, there you go. It never looks like you're gonna make it, but sometimes you just barely do. And then that's how you do that jump. But I'll show you the normal way in case that one's too difficult, because it's pretty difficult. So if you don't get that, then you gotta find the vases. And I actually haven't done this normally in years, like since I started running this game. I think there's a vase right there, but I know there was one. I hit it just now. You go over here, and I'm pretty sure there's another vase over here chilling out by itself. Yeah, you hit that one. So you hit those two vases. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Again, as I showed you a second ago, you can get to this balloon like that. Did that work? No, there's another vase somewhere. Okay, I think I know where it is. So you can turn in that balloon, but again, once you turn in this balloon, you can't do the balloon jump anymore. Or I guess you can, but you have to use a different balloon. I think another vase is up here, actually. Yeah. Okay. So these vases, I know I didn't show them very well. You might have to find them yourself. But this is where you enter from. So I guess hit that vase first, and then head over this way to get that Yorbel and that vase. And by that point, you should have this. This thing will be open now. You want to go right first. This guy's very hard to hit. This thing right. Yeah, see, it's very tight. This guy gets in the way a lot more than you think he will, so you can go ahead and kill him if you want to. If you get this drop, it'll bring him down to one hit if it hits him, but it targeted the vases for some reason. So you might want to go ahead and kill this guy because he'll get in the way. But yes, this spirit thing here it's very tight to get to that orangutan. You have to be close enough to him. If he does use it, you want to shoot him first. There you go. So again, it might take you a few attempts to get him to shoot you the right way, but it shouldn't take too long. And then you can grab this balloon. It's very foggy now for some reason. I don't know why it got so foggy. Once you get this balloon, just turn it into this guy.
Only one balloon left. Let's go find it.
And this last balloon is also pretty simple to get to. This last balloon has a Yorbel next to it also. So if you do this normally, the normal way instead of doing balloon jump, then there's another Yorbel for you over here. I wouldn't say it's a backup Yorbel. This one right here. It's one we don't get if you do balloon jump, but don't let that guy hit you. There's an exploding Yorbel. I will show you a quick jump here. If you do need an extra Yorbel and you don't want to do the balloons, but you need to do a balloon, but you need that Yorbel, but you don't want to do the balloons normally, you can grab that balloon we turned in first and jump over to that ledge right there. I'm not going to show the jump because I haven't done it in a while, but it's not hard. It's just crazy feet, timing right. It's easier than balloon jump. And when you grab that ledge, you can get up there and get that other Yorbel. But if you do this normally, then instead of, you don't have to hover over the thing, the gap, these platforms will rise. You'll get like an extra cutscene. It's a lot slower to do it this way, so if you can get balloon jump, then try your best to get it. I don't know why I paused there. I don't think I hit the pause button. But yeah. And then you can just jump across here. Alright, so I'm gonna continue the route like we did balloon jump though. So assuming you did balloon jump, you're gonna land here. Oh, I didn't see that guy. You're gonna land right here. This will be broken. This guy will be dead. This thing will be broken. There's always a skull in this one. So what you want to do from here is grab this one. Head over here to the left. Aim, and there's a vase out here. It's hard to see. But if you aim at it, when your crosshair gets over it, it should turn green like that. When it does that, it means you can shoot and hit it. Another vase here. And then if you go this way, over this little gap, there's a Yorbel. And then you head straight right here, and there should be a, yep, here it is, this thing. There's another ram right here. He's really easy to get past though, you just gotta jump early enough. Go left, and there's a vase. And then head straight this way. There should be a guy here. You can just staff jump around him. Grab this Yorbel, staff jump up here and get this vase. And now just run straight this way. And then there you go. So there's another Yorbel right here. Or I mean a vase. So make sure you run down there and hit that vase. You can hit it while you're falling. It's pretty simple to hit it while you're falling. Head over this way. And get this Yorbel. And then hit this vase. And then get in here. And then you get this last Yorbel right here. Down here. You should have 100 now. You can jump, you can do a staff jump over there and then just jump. Alright, so here there are 3 big Yorbels. You can fight them normally, but there's a skip you can do instead. You just kill this guy as fast as you can. You can interrupt his animation of him getting up slowly by doing that with a shorter animation. Then you kill all these guys and then just head over this way, like here. And once you do that, the game will unload the other 2 and it'll think that you killed them all. So then this happens. It thinks you beat the boss even though there's 2 left. So that's the way to beat this boss fast. And you gotta do staff jumps up here. Sometimes this Yorbel will still be, I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes that Yorbel that's down there will still be on this one. Usually he's pretty easy to dodge, but sometimes he'll be a little bit of a pain. And here you want to jump towards the middle, I think. Just jump somewhere up here. Sometimes you'll grab the ledge and fall for no reason. Doesn't make much sense. Here you can pause and go to return to Mummy Tombs. I don't recommend it though, because Mummy Tombs is very unstable and it crashes the game a lot. So being here at the end of the run and then saving quit just for the game to crash isn't very fun. So I don't recommend saving and quitting here.
Oh, that's good. A little lower. Lower. Oh, that's good. Oh, a little more.
So this is a long cutscene.
We gotta go.
Who's making all that racket?
It's unskippable too.
Sir, it's just
Or you can skip it by going to Mummy Tombs. It saves about 10 seconds, but again, your game can crash. But I'll tell you though, you teleport to Mummy Tombs and then you walk back to Spirit World and it skips this cutscene. You just walk back to Spirit World the same way you did earlier. Here, you want to turn around and just walk off like this. It gets you there the fastest. I stop using crazy feet like here. I start holding forward. Stop holding forward like here. You can jump on these hedges like this, so you don't have to go through the puzzle, which is really good. Like, this is awesome. I hated this puzzle when I was little. So you just run along the hedges. You can roll with the balloon. This, and then just right here. You split.
You have enough Yorbels and lock spirit. We should get these back.
It stopped saying objective complete for me for some reason. There's a cutscene right here that plays. Or maybe there's not. Wait, no, there is. So then you're here. So now you just hold up left, and there's the final boss right there. Yeah, I'll show the final boss first. Once I show the final boss, after I show the final boss, I'll show you where some backup Yorbels are. So now you're at the final boss arena. This means I did get 3 moonstones, luckily. If I didn't, I would have used the cheat code to put them in. But so this final boss is pretty simple. There's actually a hard strat I'm going to show you. I'll show you the multiple ways to fight this boss. So first off, when you do get here, you have like an automatic crazy feat because you have full health. It's something that you get for turning in the Yorbels and Lock Spirit, but usually you never see it because when you turn them in, you get teleported here because you already have the moonstones. Alright, so here's the strategy you're going to want to go for. This is the fastest way to beat Tlaloc right here. Hit all these plants like that. You might want to kill this Yorbel because he gets in the way. Let him shoot you once. And then you can do a staff jump after running off the edge right here. There's a giant invisible wall, like it's massive. It goes all the way out to there. But if you fall off the edge a little bit before you use your staff, that and you curve around, you can grab it. If you do mess it up like that, you can go to restart boss fight, and that'll save you from dying and stuff. But if you already hear attack scream, you're gonna die anyways. But yeah, you can. It's a hard trick. It's a hard jump, so I'm just gonna show you the normal way. If you do want to see that, I have a video called Fastest Tlaloc Fight. Did I miss one? Oh, I did. So, let's do the fight normally out here. Here you're gonna shoot all these plants. This, that one, that one, that one, and then that one. Just like that. Then just run along as a Rhino. Be careful not to fall off the edge. It's a little finicky sometimes. Here's the final phase. For this phase, you gotta wait for him to throw the things at you and jump, and then hit the thing. The projectiles he shoots at you dispel the barriers, so you just gotta use them to your advantage. I guess you can grab onto the plants too, I didn't know that. Then once you hit the last one, you'll get this cutscene. You just jump onto this dead tree. You can't shoot her with the you can't shoot Flora with the acorns, doesn't work. Won't do anything. So once you land here, you want to just hit B. And you'll start spinning the rattle. And you want to hope that he lands here. The time ends as soon as Flora's hand touches Tlaloc. So right about there. And then there you go. It's attacking the power of Juju. Again, I do recommend learning the fast Tlaloc fight because it saves a lot of time. I have a video on my channel of it, so you can see. It's pretty simple to do.
destroyed, the villagers will return to normal. Too bad Tlaloc
It's got a pretty long
was
outro.
fast. Looks like he's stuck being a sheep.
But yes, there is Tackling the Power Juju. That's the beginner route. I will be doing an advanced route soon. I won't be going over stuff in as much detail.
Close personal friends. Wow, who would have guessed? Me, the mighty warrior, saved the tribe, rescued the moon goddess, and whipped
Alright, there.
Dryrock.
So now I added these two splits. I will go back in and find the times for them. But again, just let me know if you guys have any questions about anything. I know I'm not the best at explaining stuff. I might have went over something really fast. So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And remember, I've got this input viewer on here, so if you ever wonder what I'm doing at a specific spot, you can see. I have this here for your guys' convenience. Alright, so now I'll show you 4 backup Yorbels. So if you get here and you check your Yorbel counts, and it shows Moonstones now because I'm in this stage of the game, but if you have, say, like 90, let's say you can have 96 Yorbels here and still be okay. I'll show you the backup Yorbels. There's one backup Yorbel in Tax Village. You just gotta do seam jump again. It's a little bit weirder with Amulet Champions. It's not harder, it's just faster. But you won't have the amulet. Then you head this way and jump to these, up to here, and then right here. There's another Yorbel right there.
We should try somewhere else now.
So there's one Yorbel, and that's just there's one extra Yorbel in Tax Village we don't get in the run. So if you get that one, you won't watch any level triggers, level scenes, loading, and stuff like that. But I'll show you 3 that are fairly close. Right here. Burial Grounds. Burial Grounds has 3 Yorbels in it. So here in Burial Grounds, there's one right here to the right, directly at the beginning. There's another one that you can get over here. If you jump on this pile of bones, use Crazy Feet to get up here, then you can use it up here too. The third Yorbel is out of the way, so if you only need 2, I would definitely get those 2. The third Yorbel is this way. It's right there. Just kind of hanging out. So make sure you get that one too, if you need it. And there you go. There are 4 backup Yorbels. I've shown you a few backup Yorbels in the route as well. Spirit World one. The Spirit World's Yorbel is a good one because you can get that even if you're not doing the regular balloon thing. So yeah, that is Tackling the Power Juju 80%. If you have any questions, just let me know. If there's something I didn't go over very well, I'll gladly help out. So yeah, hopefully you guys get good times. I'll be again making an intermediate to advanced speedrun tutorial very soon. And yeah, enjoy speedrunning.